Okay, so we're back under the bus. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look forward at my fuel tank. I'm going to make sure that it's mounted securely. It's not no damage, no leaks on the lines going to it as well. Then I'm going to look at my frame. This is the longitudinal frame, and I've got my cross members. There's an outer cross member. This is an outer cross member here. That's an inner cross member there. So I'm checking my frame, my cross members, and the floor, and the floor of the bus. And we're checking all of that for any damage, any broken welds, and make sure that there aren't any holes that aren't supposed to be there. All right, then we're going to go to the suspension and brake components. Just like on the front axle, we'll start with the spring mounts. We've got a forward and we got a rear spring mount. Make sure that they're securely mounted, they're not damaged, they're not missing any hardware. And inside, you can actually see this bushing pretty good. See this rubber piece right here? That's your bushing. This big bolt goes through here that holds the spring to the mount, and then you got that bushing in there. So we're going to make sure that bushing is not damaged or missing. Then on to the spring leafs. Make sure they're not cracked or damaged, they're not shifted or broken or missing. And then the U-bolts. You can see these U-bolts better than you can see the ones on the front. Got one on the front, one on the back. Got two of those on each side. Make sure the U-bolts are securely mounted, they're not damaged, they're not missing any hardware. And then the shock absorber. Check my shock absorber, make sure that it's securely mounted, it's not damaged or leaking. Then after the shock, we're going to do brake lines. These are all my brake lines right here. Make sure my brake lines are not damaged or leaking. And then onto the brake chamber. My brake chamber is not dented or leaking, securely mounted. That's odd. Then onto my slack adjuster and push rod. Make sure that it is not damaged, it's not missing any hardware, and that you can't pull it more than an inch when the brakes are released. Then onto my brake drum and my brake linings, right down inside of here. I'm going to check my brake drum, make sure that it's not warped or cracked and there's no holes. And my brake linings, make sure that they're not worn dangerously thin, they're not missing any hardware, there's no damage, and both the drum and the linings are free of debris, oil, and grease. Dog. D-O-G. Alright, and that's everything for back here. Oi!